40% from three.
Well, that didn't happen just overnight. I mean, this is year after year developing your younger players, the core group, surrounding them with free agents that kind of fit, I would say, the system and the style of OKC defensively. You know, that's where it's number one. And if you can be a spot-up three-point shooter and commit on that end, you can crack this rotation.
And here's an interesting part about them, and we talked about this offline, but I think this might work for us in this conversation. A team that jacks up 53s in this league to have success. OKC has taken 27 of them tonight. They've made 9. But look how they get to the free throw line, Drew. They've gotten to the free throw line 31 times tonight because of the aggressive nature of their offense trying to get downhill.
Yeah, and even more impressive, they actually committed a ton of fouls tonight, and I think for 21 from the foul line.
Carrington, Valanciunas, George, Kispert, and Kuzma, your 5 on the floor for Washington as JV gets in. Valanciunas now in double figures, joining Kispert and Poole. Wiggins on a drive and kick. George creating some space on the fall away. Games, they're 14-4 on the road this season. Williams. Wiggins, shot clock down to 1. Tough jumper over.
Having consistency, playing, cracking the rotation. You got to respect him offensively.
Played 3 years. Greensboro, North Carolina. Joe on a cut inside. Thunder moving the basketball. Cason Wallace driving kick back to Wiggins. Flexes on miss. Joe. This 5-man unit's coming here jacking a lot of threes in this fourth quarter, Drew. Since we last talked about it, they've hit at least shot 7 threes here in the fourth.
Type of offense been uncomfortable the entire night. Credit the defense of OKC.
Joe loses the handle for 11 times. There's a nice feed inside to Kuz. Called a foul on Wiggins, his second.
If you want to get Kyle Kuzma going offensively, you have shot blockers. He's 6'9", 6'10", so if he can get on that block, attack has not been consistent, whether it's a shot, I would say offensively for Kyle Kuzma, trying to get a steady dive to score the ball.
2 for 12 from the field tonight for Kyle. Williams steps out of bounds.
I mean, simplify it. Quick little side pick and roll. They switch, roll them to the post, and right on Wiggins.
George turns the basketball over. Wiggins running, slamming. Brian Keith calls time.
Members, you heard about Coach J.J. Redick's house being burned down, and Brentwood is in that danger zone right now. You know, LeBron James, he lives in that neighborhood, so I mean, this is by still there.
Yeah, just heard today that firefighters from Mexico and Canada have made their way to California. It is an international story. Again, we're thinking of everyone that's affected down there. Cason Wallace did. Meanwhile, Jared Bucking in here in the fourth quarter. Sarr is going to be third foul on Wiggins.
Third team foul.
Wow, nice drive.
Versus the Wizards, but his entire career. So I see someone is
kind of going off of what you said right there. Guys working on moves in game. You got to learn, right? You're learning in game. If somebody's got a nice move to the basket, you asking them, how'd you do that?
For real. And remember, one of the coldest up and under, Danielle Marshall. And I remember he was on the opposing team. He got me with the move 3 times in the first half. It's an up and under step through. Looked like a travel. I've never seen it. It was really unorthodox. I asked him at halftime.
Did it too.
At halftime, I went up to him in the layup lines. I said, hey, man, you got to show me that move right now. And he started laughing. We later on became teammates a couple of years.
Did he show it to you then?
Well, he was like, man, I knew you was crazy when you came up to me at halftime on the opposing team and said, can you teach me that move?
Star with his second triple of the night. Tough shooting night for Washington again against one of the best defensive teams in this league. Holmgren. And maybe the best defensive player on their team, maybe, is Chet Holmgren.
Defenders, this roster.
Hip injury on a hard fall, challenging an injury with 10 weeks. And today marks exactly 9 weeks since that injury. We'll see what happens with OKC when they get fully healthy. Williams.
And the most consistent, I would say, because even if he's playing 10 minutes, he's doing more in 10 minutes than guys doing 30.
He's got 7 in 18 minutes off the bench. Deshaun, nice feed to Sarr.
Bobbing a simple pick and roll, making a simple play, and them executing.
Jared Butler played 6 games for the Thunder back in the 22-23 campaign. Goes back to a pregame conversation you and I had.
People at this level, it's the simple play. It really hoist up 20, 30 shots with 1 assist. But who's the guy that actually is getting the team under control, that floor general, making the right plays with a highly skilled player with a high basketball IQ? Those are the players you're looking for.
Johnny Davis's fall away is off the marks. We'll go inside the film room, and again, we're on the first night of a back-to-back here at home. We'll see Minnesota tomorrow.
Now, I'm teaching the game of basketball to my son, and there's situations sometimes, you see the cleanup on that. You know, in games, especially in AAU basketball, where this guy's wide open, but they don't pass him the ball because he can't make the shot. I tell my son every time, I don't care if he is wide open, you make that pass, you make that play. It's been too many times I hear the AAU coaches say, we need you to be more aggressive, shoot the shot, shoot the shot. You're the man, keep shooting, shooting, shooting. Nah, they're gonna look at this guy that they're scouting and say, you know what? He's not aggressive shooting the ball, but guess what? He makes the right play down the court every time, whether it's on offense or defense.
Involved in how engaged he was.
Well,
I'll just leave it there.
Well, I know you don't want to say the school's name, being a North Carolina Tar Heel fan.
You trying to get me to...
Or 50% off regular menu price pizzas with
Oklahoma City 31 of 33. Wiggins contested by Gill.
And then talked about at halftime the things we spoke about at halftime. It just did not translate and carry over into the second half. And the gates, I believe, are already open.
OK's bench has outscored Washington tonight 46-40. Butler swinging it over to Champagnie, deep 3 trigger. AG hustling at the free throw line.
Those tests where you run to a tight. Can you compete and come to compete? You got one less than 24 hours in this building tomorrow.
Carlson coming over as he touched up Champagnie's shot. This Thunder team is going to the deep end of their bench,
and SGA is trying to get the tech stepping up.
$50 million a year.
Oh, yeah, that's it. I mean, if you look at some of the tail end of those contracts, it's in the high 60s.
Mid-range jumper by Davis. Carlson clears the rebound.
5-year, $500 million.
Oof.
What are we talking about?
No more than 2 to go. Butler on him getting into the aquatics has helped him this year. And our Wizards magazine showed Jared Butler learning how to swim.
Freestyle?
Butterfly, backstroke, whatever.
Tough. You want some wings? Hop in that pool.
Helps your cardio for sure. I had to learn how to swim when I was 3 years old, and it wasn't an option.
It took me some time. So, were you one of the kids that just got tossed over the boat and just had to get back to it?
Careful. 11 points here in the quarter for Wiggins.
I think my whole family learned how to swim that way.
Catch and shoot here for, listen, this is what the best team in the West looks like. And again, they are not even fully healthy. PBJ comes right off the bench.
Hey, that has been highly impressive.
Butler with the president to 32-6. Impressive 15-4 away from Paycom Center.
Highly active. I wonder how much money he spent on tickets tonight. Being from college school at the University of Maryland.
Yep.
From your favorite state, North Carolina.
Sir, Greensboro, North Carolina. About 20 minutes from the crib. Champagny. How about Jalen Wood? But it's OKC coming in and dominating this performance against Washington. It'll be the Thunder winning 136, the Wizards 95. 7 players for OKC in double figures, paced by SGA's 27. Meanwhile, for Washington, Corey Kispert was your leading scorer with